Hey everyone. So I look like shit today. I've been throwing up and feeling like crap and trying not to go into DKA. But I really wanted to address the parents of type 1s out there. If I could give you any advice, it would be that don't treat your children like they're made out of glass. I know, I know it's got to be hard for y'all. I couldn't, imagine having to take care of somebody else's body when, as a diabetic myself, I struggle with taking care of myself and knowing the right things to do always. I mean, it's got to be terrifying for y'all. So I truly do feel bad, but I also know what it is like to be a type 1 child. I was diagnosed at the age of 8. And after my diagnosis, my mom made me feel like a freak, like I lived in this bubble. She wouldn't let me have anything with sugar in it. Everything was like sugar free, which tastes like shit. I remember her going to school and she would tell like the teachers and all my class about my diabetes. And back then they were still allowed to have like parties in school, like birthday parties and stuff for people. So people's parents would bring cupcakes and stuff, normal birthday shit. And I wasn't allowed to have a cupcake, and I had to sit there and watch all my friends eat delicious cupcakes in front of me. I mean, that's heartbreaking as a kid. Kids need to feel normal. Well, I mean, not just kids. Everybody wants to feel normal. And the more you treat them like they're made out of glass and don't let them live as normal as possible, they feel like a freak, and they're going to do what I did, which is rebel when they got older. Every chance I got away from my mom, I was sneaking sweets. And when I got in my teenage years, I decided to say, fuck you, mom, and fuck you, diabetes. And I rebelled. And for 15 years, I partied. I barely took my insulin. Lots of other things I don't need to talk about. But I just went through a rebellious period. And it was because I felt like I had no control over my life because my mom just did everything she could. I mean, I don't think she meant to do it, but she didn't understand that she was making me feel like I couldn't do anything. I mean, my mom's a negative Nancy. Most of y'all know my relationship with my mom, but she would tell me like, oh, if you eat sugar, your diabetes is going to get you one day and you'll never be able to have kids, which I have an 8-year-old, so sorry, Mom. And you'll be blind and lose your legs and all these like horrible shit. Like an 8-year-old doesn't want to hear about themselves. Like we're scared enough about a disease we don't understand. Like, of course she had to terrify me, but look, the point is just let your kids feel normal. It's okay for them to have a fucking cupcake. Like, give them some insulin. It's no big deal. Obviously, you don't want to send them skyrocketing with a shitload of sugar, but, a cupcake, a small portion of ice cream, I promise you, it's not going to kill your kids and probably save their life one day because they won't do what I did and just rebel because of it. And also, I would recommend that you get your kids involved in a diabetic camp. There is nothing fun about feeling alone as a type 1. Why do you think us adults even join these groups? Is because most of us don't know type 1s in real life, and it's really nice to have somebody that understands what we're going through. I don't know if diabetic camps cost money anymore. I haven't been since the 90s, but if you could possibly get your kid into a diabetic camp, I think it'll be good for them. And you don't have to be scared about letting them go away for a week. Obviously, it's a diabetic camp. They're going to be medically staffed to handle your child. So, You don't have to freak out about letting them go away. It will, I'm telling you, if you ask any diabetic child that went to camp, they're going to tell you that it was one of the best things they could have done as a kid. It's just really important to be around other people that understand you and give them a chance to make new friends. Okay, well, sorry for rambling, but I just want y'all to know that your kids will be okay. And the best thing you can do for them is treat them as normal as possible. And thank you for listening. Love y'all. Bye.